Talk about a mature buck. Day before the season opener, my dad and I both have late season bull tags, and yesterday they saw a good bull here when I went to shoot my deer. So we're gonna walk down and see if they're still hanging out, and hopefully they are. 380, maybe bigger. I'm not sure yet, but I think he might have a kicker on his right side. I think. Top bull's the biggest. Yeah, but that second one's not bad. The second one's big. Yeah. They're all big.
He's massive.
Oh no, on the big bull, he's 40 plus inches wide. And his thirds are 20 plus inches. That's the biggest 6-point I've ever seen. First light, there was a truck coming up that way, but it looked like it veered off. We're glassing for him now. Hopefully we can find him and get set up. Then as soon as shooting light hits, we can shoot him. That's the goal.
I think we need to move up that way a little bit. Is that lowest one cow? I think there's a cow.
Got a small group of elk spotted about half a mile away, but it's not our bulls.
I think there's a cow. Is he fine? That's your 14-19. I'm not too sure that bull even wants to be shot.
I don't know.
What do I think?
Yeah.
I think we gotta go find the elk.
Found them. They're over there. The morning was kind of a bust. We saw a lot of bulls, but just not the giant that we saw the day before. So we're gonna go out and see if we can find one now. My dad and Andy are already heading towards the glassing point, so I better get going.
Did you see that tree in there? It's on that green timber patch. You see where the fence goes down into that green timber patch? Yeah. So if you go from there and you look down towards the bottom to the right, there's like a little open meadow with a dead tree in it. He was standing right there.
You want him, Dad?
No, kill him. Under him.
Well, this bull ended up running into the dark timber and not coming out for the rest of the night. He was a smart old bull, but I was just happy that it was a clean miss. As you can tell in the film, I wasn't perfectly straight behind the gun, and I can't remember if I had the gun perfectly level, and these things can definitely throw you off at distance shooting. So overall, it was a good learning experience, and the bull ran off unscathed. Well, we've got 3 bulls spotted so far. Waiting to see this one against the green timber before we can see if they're a shooter. 2 are young for sure, but there's one that we're not sure about over there, so we'll see.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Give me one more range here.
You ready, Drew?
Wait, let me get a range. You're gonna hold. I favor that fry end. It's blowing pretty good now.
11.
11, just shy of 11 is what I'm showing, so I hold that low.
Okay.
And I
Here
hold
goes.
like on his neck right now.
Okay, here goes.
Okay. He did. You hit him high though, damn it. I think he went right through the right the high shoulders.
We're making our way over to his bull right now. It's clear up this other side, so it's a little bit of a hike, but we'll get up to him soon and see how big he really is. This is fresh. They don't always only rake in September. It's all fresh breaks. Blind needles are still gray. It's actually probably that bull that my dad just shot that was scraping, because this is a path he took. Up this ridge, and I think if I get on top, be able to see him, but probably wasn't him. Smells like elk right there. But they don't only rake in September. They do it just to do it sometimes. So it's a long hike up here, but we're close now, so that's good. Holy big body.
He's super, super heavy.
He gets a mass, doesn't he?
What do you want me to talk about? The fact that you were going to let him walk away? And when we saw the palmation and how heavy he was, we decided we couldn't let him walk away?
Well, he didn't. Shot him from that ridge right up there. First thing this morning. Not much else, hopefully. Some more pop out once it actually becomes daylight. It's still pretty dark. But those bulls stand out pretty good first thing in the morning, so we'll see.
Back on the 6 for sure. But jiggling when I was looking. So I'm hard time not touching it.
Well, it looks like a hunter came in there and ran some of those bulls out, but I think the bigger ones might have stayed in the bottom. So, they're pretty smart, I think. I think they just timbered up. There's a bunch of people out running around. Someone just went by over top, so we're gonna go to a new spot with maybe a little less people, but I think in the afternoon we're just gonna try to hike in there and get where we can see those bottoms, those big bulls are hanging out, and try to kill one, but it's gonna be tough. The wind is what's gonna make it hard. Wind and other hunters, but that's just how it goes. Driving out and actually heard like 100 elk ran across the road in front of us, so Andy just filled his cow tag and it's pretty close to the road, so it's an easy pack. There, There wasn't any big bulls in the herd though, so right now there really isn't. The big bulls are off by themselves. A bunch of spikes in the herd. I didn't have time to get it on film because it happened so quick, so we had to hurry down the cut so Andy could shoot it. But yeah, I just gotta get over there and help him pack them out. It's a lot of elk. Good day so far.
He's not as big as Cooper's. That thing was a tank.
No, that's a good sized cow. Some bulls spotted all the way across, but they're not the bulls that we saw in here this morning. So we're still waiting to pick the bigger bulls out. We'll see. Hopefully nobody else rolls up because everybody else has been driving up here and scaring them out over top. I see 3 of them. Is that what you guys see? So I know at this point you're probably watching this film wondering why we don't just go right after these bulls. And mostly it was because of the wind. Even if you could get the wind right for these big bulls, where they were hanging out is where every elk fled to. So if you were to bump a bull behind you or, farther south, farther north, it didn't matter. Those elk would always run out and take these older bulls with them over the drainage. We tried a couple times and it always failed us. So we ended up just having to sit back and play it safe like we're doing now. He's right below him. I think he's that big 6 we saw the first day.
He's got big fronts. He's real heavy.
I think it's that one they said there's nothing wrong with when they're down on the bottom.
Yeah, he's about that long on his 6.
You think?
Yeah, he's got about 6-inch forks. He's got at least 6-inch forks.
The bigger bull just walked out with this group. We're trying to get a good look at him. That's a good bull. Unfortunately, this bull was still 1,500 yards away, and the camera picks up a lot more light than your eyes, so it's pretty dark out when this bull finally came out of the timber and I was able to get film of him. So we decided to back out and go back after him in the morning. It's a good thing we got in here early because the wind is terrible. We spotted the group from yesterday already, but we can't see where those big bulls have been going, so we're gonna have to move or something, but the wind sucks. So we're stuck for now. Right where those bulls were yesterday, so hopefully they come back out. I don't know. So this storm that was blowing in was pretty extreme and the wind was absolutely ripping. So all the elk were bedded down. Even before daylight they were in the timber. So we decided to back out and we were not going to hunt that afternoon. But I was going to come back by myself the next morning and kind of see what the storm stirred up. Alright, good morning. It's November 6th. It's a Monday. So I rolled up here and I was getting kind of grumpy because I'm like, it's the first time we have this to ourselves and there's not any elk. But I finally glassed them up. They're actually in the closest drainage to the road that they've been in yet, but I can't. I don't think I can get over there right now. And I can't tell how big they are, so I'm gonna sit here and hopefully the sun will hit their antlers and I can figure out what they are. There's not very many, so it might be a whole different group, which would be cool. It'd be cool to see some new elk. All I've seen so far is 4 spikes, 2 on the bottom and 2 on top. Keep expecting more to pop out, but they're feeding and doing open meadow, so I guess I'll know soon. But Compared to yesterday, they were out feeding a lot longer. Yesterday they were bedded before daylight in this timber over here. But the big bulls could be doing that again today because I haven't seen anything besides spikes. Worried that I wasn't going to see any elk, but finally one just cruised out in front of me. So, oh, there's another one behind him now. Looks like they're coming out of the same draw they came out of yesterday. The one on the hill's not a bad bull, but he's not close to what we're looking for. He's a lot. He's probably right around that 290, 300 area. I hate putting scores on him, but he's not fully mature. That's all you need to know. So, I don't know. We'll just keep looking. Alright, well, let's see how big this thing is. See, he's got big fronts on him. Get back on him. There he is. Big fronts, decent thirds, decent top. I don't know. 1,000 yards away. For this gun, it's doable, but I don't think I want to. My dad and Andy that's a chip shop for him, but I'm not quite as good as they are, so I just get a little closer. I want to get a little closer. Jeez, he's got big fronts. It's a big bull. I don't know what to do, because I don't know if that's the caliber of a bull you can pass on. He's big, he's old, he's mature, big fronts. I don't know. That's a big bull. I think I'm gonna not shoot him this morning. But if I don't find anything between now and tonight, I might shoot him. So we'll see. We'll see where he goes and where he beds. I'm just gonna watch him bed, and I'm gonna go move on. I think I'm gonna have to find some new country because I cannot find 3 bulls that are in the head of this. But I don't think they went over into that private, because when that herd of like 100 cows went over there, 30 minutes later, just boom, boom, boom. I don't think those bulls would hear that and be like, yeah, that's a safe place to go. They're too smart for that. So, I don't know. I'm going to go down and check this while these elk are still up and feeding. I mean, they fed back around the corner, so they won't see me. But as long as they're still feeding, I think other elk will be too. It's cold today. It's really cold today. So. Well, I decided to make more of a push this afternoon. I was gonna drive and just watch that bull again, but I need to see what's in here. So I'm gonna hike clear up over this mountain and see what's in these back cracks. But hopefully there's something. If not, I can just check it off my list. That'll be a bit of a hike, so I'll just keep you guys updated. Finally about at the top, and it only took me an hour, so still can't tell which way is the wind blowing. I wanted to build a telltale crest, but it's right there. I definitely think they'd be up and feeding by now. Could be this wind. It's very, very possible. Because yesterday they were bedded before the sun even came up. They were bedded as soon as we saw them in the timber. And I don't know. They could also not be in here, or they could just be in the very, very bottom. I haven't seen them yet. So I'm hoping that's the case. I think I just found those 3 bulls again, those 3 big ones. Here's the problem. They're about 3 miles away, and they're not hard to get to. But there's a group of spikes about half a mile away, and the wind is not good for that. So now I gotta sit here, hopefully watch these spikes feed away or something, and watch these bed. I don't know. I gotta figure it out because I need to get over to those big bulls, but I cannot blow these spikes out towards them because that's what's been happening to us. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Okay, I got down around the spikes. I just saw two bulls across the way. It's two 6 points I've never seen before. I don't think they're shooters, but it's good to see that there's more elk in here than what I've been seeing. So I'm gonna work off here and try to see if I can find where those big bulls went. That bull just came out kind of where I expected him to up here. And he's looking back. He's not very big, but he's looking back, giving his buddies away. I just dialed 8 MOA. I'm like 80% sure I can see a back fork of another bull right underneath. I don't think the other bull's a shooter, but I'm pretty sure there were two in there. There was like a small one like this one, and there was a small 6, and then I thought there was a really big bull, but there's also like 3 miles away. So who knows what's actually in there. I think I just found my big 6 point again, clear over there. So now I know this big bull in here isn't him. So I need to get in here and figure out how big this bull is. But it's gonna be a little tough, so. So I ended up moving around a little too much and actually jumping these bulls out of their beds. But it worked out in my favor because they ran out into an open meadow where I could get a good look at them. And I quickly found out that there wasn't any mature bulls in this group. But they didn't smell me and they didn't see me too well, so they didn't know what I was. So they just went to the next drainage and bedded, which worked out perfectly because it didn't spook any of the other elk in the basin. After spending all of November 7th and November 8th looking for different bulls, I told my dad on the night of November 8th if I found that big 6 point with the big fronts, I was going to take him. So that was our plan on the morning of November 9th. I shot a heat-seeking missile into this canyon. I think it just circled back and hit me. So I'm going to move and try to find some elk somewhere else because they're not in this canyon. That's for sure. We got the elk spotted on top this morning. We got them spotted well before daylight, so he's ranging them right now. They're 1,100 yards. They probably went down. Yeah. He went off by himself last night. I don't know where. Dad, there's an elk up there. That's him. I think so. Or bigger.
those elk are at, you need to be dialed to 9. What is he there? What is he there?
8.75.
I have to come over here, I think. Maybe not. Gotta go over that tree, won't I?
So now he's at 9.4.
I dialed to 9.5.
Okay, so you want to hold down a little bit, right?
Right.
So right there, the way he's standing, you'd hold right on the dark of his neck. And down about in his belly. Yeah, that's a good bull. Walking right back. You gonna shoot him?
I think so, once I get a good spot. Like I said, he fed there for an hour yesterday, so
There's your shot. Now he's at 9. Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna move to the right.
Is the camera still on?
I'll check. That one won't be on me though. I need to move it. What?
That's it.
Yeah, he just yawned. He just yawned. Okay.
Minutes to the left.
Yeah.
Hit him. Finally decided to pull the trigger on that bull. Waited till my dad was here to help me pack him. Made sure I got my work out of him. But it's a good bull. It's a really good bull. We saw some other bulls in here this morning that were up high that didn't look near as heavy. There's a good bull that we must have winded us first thing this morning, but he's super, super heavy, huge fronts, so go down there and see what he looks like. Well, there he is. He actually might be bigger than I thought. He looks big. Gotta get over here to him. My dad took a little different route to get to him, so I just wanted to make sure I could see him the whole time in case he chopped up and started running. So we'll see. Just gotta get up this little hill. Oh yeah. Big old heavy bull. Well, this is the 2023 year bull. Have my dad here. Help me range it and pack it and all the good stuff.
Pack it.
Pack it, yeah. Just here to pack it. That was good. Was it 655 yards?
652.
652. 2 shots. Only got 1 on film, but perfect. Now let's get them cut up and out of here nice and cold. I think it's 30 degrees probably right now. It's 18 this morning. So should be good.
About 1,000 vertical feet to get him out of here. He's not telling you that part.
They'll know. They'll know when we're sweating going up the hill.